Seriouslees here. Doing something different this weekend. I'm going to play a game I haven't played in quite a while. I'm going to play a little bit of Terraria. We're not going to actually do any playing today. I'm just going to show off a world I built way back in 1.3. The game, I think we can see down in the corner, is in 1.4.2.3. That's a lot of points. I've played 1.4. I've got some journey mode characters all the way through the game. I've put so much time into this game over the years. I think this game came out in 2014 or 2015. I have saves from 2015. I got it pretty early on in the cycle, and I put a lot of hours in. And we're going to show off a world today. I'm just going to take an advanced character in. He's not fully fleshed out with 1.4 stuff yet, but he's a full 1.3 character. So we'll take him into this 1.3 world because it's an expert world, not a journey mode world, which I will be switching over to in the future fully because there's so much more you can do with journey mode worlds. They're cool. Alright, so we're going to play 219. This was my main world created. The reason it's called 219 is a little bit of a story itself. Let's play this. Now this is the unadulterated original world as it loads in. This is how it is when you appear in this world. Now you don't start off with wings and a glowy skull thing and, you know, swords that can shoot stuff from the sky and kill mushrooms and rabbits. You start off with like a pickaxe and a little copper short sword and stuff, and you have to build yourself up to this. The style of this game is what I would call, or what people would call, a Metroidvania game. It's like the old school Nintendo Entertainment System Metroid or Castlevania games. It's a 2D side-scrolling action-adventure. Oh, there's a slime that can hurt us. The bunny can't hurt us, but we can hurt the bunny. Yeah, and you go through the game. It's got a similar, people compare it to Minecraft, and I can't argue there are similarities. There's definitely a voxel-based world here. It's all made out of cubes, well, squares in this, we're in 2D world here. But it's more of an action-adventure world. Less of a, well, it's still a sandbox. You can see we got a big tree here. Living tree, I think they're called. Oh, hey, looks, these are new in 1.4, I believe. Enemies on balloons. I think they can drop kites and stuff. I don't know what the balloon enemies do. And over here we have a new biome. We've got some frost. And so that's the world as it appears when I loaded in. So World 219 was the 219th world I made after 1.3 launched, because 1.3 gave us a new painting in the game, and I was looking to get that painting. Alright, so we're going back to the main menu. Save and exit. This is all we need to do. I don't need to exit out of the game at all. I just need to go to this folder here. I'm not going to show you guys this stuff. And I'm going to move or copy that to there. Replace my backup. Yes. Alright, now I can go back into the game here and click single player again. Pick the same character and we'll go into the same world. But it will be different. It will have everything I've built over the years. As you can see, a lot of stuff has changed. I set my spawn point to this bed instead of being right here at the door. This is where it used to be, the spawn point of the world. Yeah, you can see it right here on the map. That's new. Oh, neat. And you can see the map isn't fully loaded in because it deletes it. It shows the old map, what you got. Okay, I'm gonna need one of these guys, an end game pet accessory that can do damage because he's going to defend me from bad guys that show up. Something else that happened, I don't know if it was 1.38 or 4, but gravestones, which I was using. There's some gold angel statues that can be made from grave markers. Let's see if I have any in my inventory. Yeah, here they are. I loaded into this world and I was getting attacked by grave creatures. There's a new biome called a graveyard. And I had grave markers here as decoration. They were creating a lot of death and destruction. So these are all buildings I've made for a town for the NPCs that you unlock while playing the game. We got Santa's house. We got a bank for the money-making NPC. This was the dye trader's house, I think. This is just a storage hut. We have the nurse's hospitals underneath the guide's house at the beginning here. We got an elevator down. Oop. Got some hearts over here. a couple of accessories that are for healing and stuff like that. All the coolest stuff. And in the bathroom, there's an entrance to the sewers. Whee! With access to the dye trader's house. All of the accessories that a dye trader would need, etc. So there's a house for everybody in this world, but you'll notice that there isn't anybody in this world. Well, where is everybody? I've moved them all to a much easier to access housing. Now, unfortunately, I am going to have to move them back because another new feature that came into the game after this place was built is that NPCs prefer to live in certain groups with certain NPCs. They don't all like each other, and they're not all happy, and when they're happy, they offer you different stuff. When they're unhappy, that's the word. When they're unhappy, they offer you less items or worse deals, and etc., etc. So, here's that tree we saw before. It's a house now for itself. I've hollowed it out, filled it for the Dryad NPC. That's her in a painting up there. So that was what I was trying to find. Well, not this specific painting, but a painting. And I created this many worlds, and I had to look. Eventually, I made like 60 worlds and searched them by hand, and I couldn't find it, and I started to suspect the painting was bugged. It turned out that it was bugged, and it wasn't in the game at all. Here we have a couple buildings I built that are just in the background. They're not actually real buildings, can't go into them. I didn't put teleporters or anything like that. As you can see, the sewers continues on across the entire town. There's a well here. We're going to check out the well in a second. What do we have here? What was this? The gun trader's house? Oh, we've got target dummies on the surface, on the top of the building here. Let's see, what do we got? This is an old weapon. And I have all of these things here. How do I turn these back on? I can't remember. Is it over here somewhere? Do I have to go? Oh, yeah. Hit escape. There we go. That's how I turn these on. So I can also track what moon phase we have. I can check my fishing power, if there's treasure nearby, etc. DPS, where we are in the world. All of that good stuff is being tracked. Lots of cool stuff you unlock as you go on in the game, starting from a copper pickaxe or whatever you get. We have a airship here with the balloon deflated. It's crashed in these trees. We have a couple of houses here over on this side of the world, and then the jungle starts on the other side of this little cavern here. This is all natural formation. I didn't build any of this. This here I've just carved out a path on the other side. It has an opening like this, and there's a cavern here. When you're normally playing the game, this is all crimson. It's like a corrupt version of the evil world. It's a red one instead of the purple kind. There's two different kinds. And I've cleansed that all out. So this is the world as it is now. Up here above the windmill, we have, as you can see on the map, an even bigger airship. The balloon's just in the background, and you can walk in front of it. But in here we've got some equipment and stuff, and a couple of rooms for the, who do we got? The mechanic. We've got, who usually is up here? You know what? Let's go visit the NPCs. Let's go see them. Where were they at? What did I say? We were going to visit the well? Yeah, they're all down the well. Whee! So underneath town is a little jail cell for all of the NPCs. And you can access them all here very easily. Ignore the decorations, you know, it's not a prison. Nobody's died here. But this was, you know, a workshop that was very easy to use in the past because NPCs didn't, oh, hey, look, the pirate has somehow skipped out of his cell and got in with the, that's probably a jail break attempt right there. We should probably fix that somehow. Can I actually go in here and, where's the, no, not equipment, housing. Pirate. Oh, it's not valid housing anymore. It used to be. Well, that's why he's moved cells. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's valid housing. It doesn't match the one on this side. Alright, well, I'll fix that. Don't worry about it. I have to basically abandon this structure anyway because of that new mechanic I mentioned. It affects what these guys like and dislike, and you can't get everything out of them. But it was very easy to access like 4 or 5 NPCs without moving. See, along here? And there's workbenches and all of the storage you could need. Yeah, it was very, very useful. And this is where I normally set my spawn here in this bed here. And we have access to the teleporter network. So let's hop in there. And that brings us basically straight up. I think we're above the well. How do we check the map? There we go. So this is a very large world. Oh no, we're very over on the edge. We're nowhere near where we were. That's where all the NPCs are. So this is a huge world. You can see we've explored a lot of the underworld as well. We got some stuff to explore. Let's go explore the one we're right above. Whee! Do I have my wings on? Okay, phew. I was going to have to maybe potentially use my grappling hook. We get a grappling hook in this game. Let's see. Whee! You don't automatically get it. You have to earn it. But it helps a lot. Actually, you know what we got? We have a UFO. This is an endgame character. What am I doing? Okay, so these pyramids here are part of the natural procedural generation. They're a biome that can just spawn in the game. Let me check the map again. I'm going the wrong way. Here's a tree over here. It's another living tree that naturally spawned, but I've painted it gray because I saw a picture out on the internet of a tree that had gray bark and it had overhanging roots over a cave here. And I thought, that reminds me of a spot in my game. I'm going to try to make it look like that. I think it's pretty neat. But that's the whole gist of this world, is I've carved a bunch of stuff into the existing terrain without reforming too much of the world. This is the section that got turned into what's called the Hallow. It's like a rainbowy, sugary version of the corruption. And I've kept that in the world because it's pretty neat. Actually, I've kept a section of every kind of biome in the world. But I've sealed it off between those pyramids there. And here is a build that I really enjoy. Let's turn this UFO off and go on foot. This is the library of, how do you say his name? Wansi Tong. It's a character in the show Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I really enjoyed that building buried in the desert. And over here we have the room where you can see the day and night cycle of the years to come. Plan for any eclipses that are going to happen. Boop, boop. And lots of books, lots of things. Here's a room that I thought would be in the library as well. A room of all the different clocks and timekeeping pieces and stuff. Accessories for keeping track of the stars and etc. You know, all of this stuff. And down here you can't actually access these floors, but I just wanted to make it look like there's even more library continuing on downward. Because it's supposed to be very expansive. We didn't get to see all of it in the show. All of this is just, you know, imagination. The structure of it, as you can see in the minimap here, this is directly from the show. They showcase it on map form when they're looking for it, and that's what it looks like from profile. So I built that part as accurately as I could. Alright, should we hop back to the teleporter network, or should we go and explore some of the stuff over here? Let's go explore some of that stuff. We'll use the UFO though, it's a lot faster. There are faster mounts than this, but this one flies and goes over stuff. And actually, if I switch to this weapon here, we can just teleport straight through stuff. Whoop. But you can't do it too quickly or you'll take damage. Or, well, too quickly in succession. Alright, now we're coming on to one of those caves I was talking about, the Crimson Caves, that I purified and turned into another build. So you can see here. So if we look at this from profile, it is a skull shape. I don't know if it's easy to see anymore, but we got some green flames in the eye sockets. That's the nose cavity, and this would be the top tooth, you know, your front teeth there, sitting on top of this cave. So that's what I've turned this crimson into. It's a little pirate alcove cave with a skull rock face. And if I remember correctly, there is a secret over here somewhere. I'm just looking for... There it is. There's a light switch behind this waterfall. Boop! And that opens a secret tunnel to this hidden room. What's in here? Oh, hey, a gold squirrel. Neat. I don't remember storing that there. Alright, we'll close the door, and we'll close the secret entrance. Let's go explore the rest of this pirate cave. All of this is natural formation. All I've done is painted some background walls to give some depth and added some decoration, some boxes. I think I even put in some mannequins wearing pirate outfits, if I remember correctly, but maybe they're all down here. I thought we would have passed some by now. And fortunately, my guy's helping out there. That's what those noises are. Lots of caves. This is the natural formation. I did not have to dig all this out myself. That would have taken far too long. Oh, here we are. They're only on the ship. Okay. I thought I put some guys working and exploring the caves, but all right. I'm not finished furnishing the ship, but we got a pirate ship in this cave, a la Lagoonies. I don't know how they got it in here because there's no entrance except the one that we came into. We could explore underneath. Can we? Oh, no, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can. We can, because we have this tool. Down here, we got like a little merman, the anchor. That's just a mannequin with the merman outfit on, or the fish monster outfit. All right, I think we're done down in the cave. Let's head back upstairs. Might be faster with the UFO, but I don't think so. You think you can run or fly faster with endgame boots and accessories than you can with the UFO. But, you know, getting stuck on stuff will stop you anyway. Oop. Fallen Star. Those are actually ammo for a pretty cool weapon. Okay, now we can use this to get back to the teleporter network, but let's see. What did I build over here on the beach? Either nothing or there's a farm over here. Okay, well there's both. There's a farm. This is probably obsolete, but you could stand in here and fish would be attracted to you because you're underwater and they're going to try to hit you, and then your minions could kill them. But I don't know if it's working because I don't seem to be attracting any bad guy fish. Maybe they just haven't spawned. So let's go check out this build I put here. Some undersea ruins. Sort of Atlantis-esque, but very mini, very small build, just for some atmosphere. Doesn't interfere with anything. I think only a couple of these tiles on the roof are actual blocks. The rest are shadowed out so you can walk through them. Oh, we're stuck. Or they're platforms and stuff. Alright, we are done exploring this side of the world. Let's use this cell phone and head back home. Oh yeah, I didn't set the spawn point. Oh well, we can access the midpoint of the world. Actually, you know what? We can access the underworld from here. This UFO is the cyborg's home, normally, and we have access to his tractor beam. Oh, the wiring has changed. Let's take a look at that. Oh, it's all overlapping. That's a mistake. Yeah, whoops. We'll have to fix that. Alright, let's click it a couple times and see. There we go, we're upstairs. Normally the one that I clicked should bring you up here, and then each of these will choose your destination for this tractor beam. But yeah, we have a little bit of a house there for the cyborg. But where we want to go is up here to the living tree that I had to add to this world, because the only living trees that it actually had were ones that weren't hollow. Normally, living trees have hollow sections you can explore. But the ones in this world didn't, so I added my own, and I put it up in the sky, and it flipped over. No, I built it upside down and pretended like that's what happened. The floating islands that you normally have in the world have these houses in them, so I added one of them as well. Sometimes they have little lakes, but that's raining, obviously, pouring out from the world. And the teleporter network is on this side. Wow, I didn't realize how high up you could go above the floating island. Let's actually go up here. There's some meteor brick. This, oh yeah, I'm not immune to fire right now. Let's not die. Meteor brick happens when meteorites fall, and meteorites can actually destroy your builds. So if you put enough meteor brick in your world anywhere, meteorites will stop falling. So that's enough meteors to make sure that none ever fall ever again, and all of my builds are safe. Alright, we're probably going to want to access this side. We can go to the dungeon, we can go to the ocean, or we can go to the Crimson, the last of the Crimson. You know what? We're pretty close to that. Let's take the UFO. explore a couple more builds along the way. We've seen the town. I'm just looking at the map there. This is the frozen biome. There's going to be an ice castle here we can take a peek at. And I don't know who this was for originally, but it's a pretty expansive build for not very many active rooms in here. Most of this is in profile. You know, you can walk through it, but you can also walk in front of it, sort of. You know, if you know what I mean. Certain sections you can go in front of, certain sections you can go through. Alright, that's that. Here's another living tree that I had to hollow out. As you can see, if we go down, it just ends right here. So there was no... oh, actually, no, this is the one I'm building. Yeah, I am making my own living tree that is going to be a pine tree, because it's in the... it's in that biome. Frozen biome. The one that I'm thinking of is right on the other side of here. This is the last of the crimson. Let's see, the last natural crimson contained from spread, so it can't spread further. All of the bricks that are comprised of crimson are far enough away from everything else that they can't spread to further damage to the world. But this is the stuff you get at the beginning of the game that makes it very hard to progress, and bad monsters will spawn in this kind of stuff when this is the biome you're in. And there's some beating hearts in it, and those will summon a boss monster. That's what this game is all about, fighting boss monsters. Saving your world from the evil of boss monsters. And there's a bunch of them. You fight various parts of Cthulhu himself. Bing boing. Yeah, the UFO is not the best for in caves. Let's use the teleporter stick and get out of there. Continue on. This is the living tree that I had to hollow out myself. And I've turned it into a bunch of apartments. There's so many rooms in this that are valid housing. Actually, if we go into that menu again, we could assign the pirate to one of these if we want. But I do not want. I don't want to have to go over here to visit the pirate. In my journey mode world, my main one, I am setting up. Here's just a bridge I built out of some rings. Which brings us to one of my other characters' homes here. I built a second home for one of my other characters in this world, because I access this world so much, and this is my mage's tower. There aren't really classes in this game in the traditional sense. Your class is determined by which weapons you choose to use, and armor. That's basically it. You can swap out, you can wear melee weapons and magic user armor, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. You can choose accessories that complement one or the other, but you don't pick skill trees, you don't level up like that. All you do is you gain health, you gain mana, and then you choose your accessories, and that determines what kind of weapons you're using, the ones you're using. So you get to choose your own class, but that helps you differentiate your characters. Maybe choose some roles. This guy's going to be magic only. This guy's going to be melee only. Ranged. There's various kinds of ranged. There's archery. There's crossbows. There's guns. There's laser guns. Lots of cool stuff in this game. Here's a bridge I built. Doesn't really do anything. So I guess it's a dam. Yeah, that's a dam. It's a sort of sad dam. It's crying. But it's just to help get across the scenery a bit faster when you don't have, you know, a UFO. All right, here's a build that I've started but haven't really gotten anywhere on. I was going to build a vault from the Fallout series of games. This was the elevator down. And I started carving out this natural crimson. I hollowed out the big circle room we saw earlier. It's got rid of all the red. Turned all of these glowing red things that are altars that you can't break without releasing bad elements into the world. I made them green to be like contaminated, fallout, irradiated things. But that's as far as I got on that build. Still lots to do in this world, and it's sort of sad to abandon it, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Another hollowed out living tree. It looks like I was building a warehouse here for some reason. Don't know why. Can't remember why. Maybe this was for a build challenge or something. Here we are at the dungeon, which I have edited a bit. Oh no, that's bad. Those are bad guys that are going to summon a boss if I kill them. Let's get rid of my pet. He's going to kill them automatically. And because I am using grave markers here, like I said before, we're in the graveyard biome now, which I really like a lot. It really helps with the ambiance here. But it does summon some bad guys that we don't want to have to deal with. Over here I've added a church in profile, a ruined church. It's also in the graveyard biome because of all the gravestones. Alright, now we can call this guy back in. He'll help us out. Pumpkins. That's interesting. I guess there's some pumpkins planted nearby. Oh, didn't see that slime. Alright, that's pretty much it. We're pretty much done this world side to side. I think we're at the ocean now. Yeah, there's some palm trees. That's a very huge ocean biome. There's some other builds we didn't get to today. And I want to get to this ocean because... Oh, wait. Do palm trees spawn in the desert too? Neat. That was just an extra desert biome. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a build down here. These are natural formations. If you see this tunnel here in the world, that generally means there, or at least in 1.3 it did. I don't know if the world generation creates these anymore in 1.4, but these natural spawns down here have a sword shrine in them. It's got a sword stuck in a rock, and you can break that rock and potentially get a really cool sword. I think that one. But I've created a little Zelda and Mario shrine down here because I thought this was very fitting for them. Just using some of the costumes available in the game. And there we are. Now we're at the beach. You can see the background changed to match the biome. I've got a sunken pirate ship here. And you can access it. You can get inside. Boop. Oh, that actually made the water drop. I should think about that. I should redo that somehow. I don't really want the water level to drop. It's set at a certain level. I also have an undersea bio lab. Hard to see because we're right on the edge of the world. The radar's really getting in the way. Or the map, I should say, the mini-map. But lots of stuff in here. And I have a lighthouse up above it. Didn't help the pirate ship. I guess this was built after the ship. Yeah. Alright, let's head back to town. Boom. And I think that's it. Where else can we go? Anywhere cool? Let's go to the jungle. I got some stuff there. Got a mushroom house for the mushroom NPC. And that's above the jungle. Lots of stuff in the jungle. It's a dangerous place. You don't want to come here as a new character. Yeah, these guys, this is a hard mode world. We're in the second phase of the game, so lots of NPCs and monsters will spawn that are bad for you. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go at all. Let's head back up. Is there a way back up? Yeah, light switch right there. What about this one? Oh, that's just back there. All right, well, I guess we're done. There's definitely more to explore here. I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this world across many characters. I'm sure Builder was here too. I don't know if we saw him at the intro screen. We'll head back there now. We haven't made any changes, but that's it. Simple as that. This is a very simple and fun game. It's a little bit challenging. The boss monsters are not easy to kill if you don't have good twitchy reflexes. But you can build contraptions to help you kill these monsters. It's really fun. Lots of stuff you can do. I've enjoyed it immensely and I haven't played it in quite a while now. So I thought I would show off that world before, maybe if I am going to move on and continue playing the game, that I'll go into journey mode and build up those worlds instead. Sort of abandon that one there. Unfortunately, William Durr, the builder, won't be able to help me build any worlds in journey mode. I only have 2 journey mode characters. The first guy, he's going to get everything, so he's Omni. And Seriouslees, that's me. That's my new character for journey mode. He's not done even getting all of his health yet, let alone mana. No, that's full mana. Everything else comes from accessories. Alright, well that's it for now, everyone. Thanks for coming, and until next time, have a good time.